Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist, whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.
LCTV is your nonprofit community media station. Please donate at lctv.org to keep us strong. Thank you.
One, two, three, four. Well, I've been holding in since the clock came Monday morning. From the end of the week, I'm bound to blow. Breeze walking to the honky-tonk like a pack of wolves now. Order up around the stripes and it's away we go.
Hey everyone, here's Wuzzup time. I'm Larry Sidelinger. He is the mayor of the Mills, Bobby Whear. We got TV Toby on the floor here. Haven behind the camera. And folks, you know, you might think it's just easy to sit down here and do this, just read the paper. I mean, it's all scripted. But we have a ceremony we go through before every show. It's called the hat check. So for you folks at home, we're going to show you what the hat check is all about, and we'll be back.
Yeah, so we don't have makeup and wood.
No, we don't have hair and makeup. No, we got hat check.
We have to do our own, preparation.
So we'll be back and
we
check
have to
this
do
out.
our own preparation. But anyway, what's on the front page this week? We got a Lincoln Academy graduation.
Boy, what a production that was. Yeah. 3 days of filming up there. Hours and hours and hours of preparation and sound checks and all that.
How'd it go?
It went fine. We had one microphone that died on us, battery died on us. Mm-hmm. My bad, we didn't check that one particular. Yep. The one you don't check is always the one that goes to heck on you. And then we did the Great Salt Bay graduation.
Yeah, I remember doing Wuzzup years ago. We used to go out on the field and sure enough, battery would die and you wouldn't have any more.
No sound. And we did 8th grade graduation on Monday night, and we had a young lady that was going to sing and play the guitar. She was very talented, but she decided she didn't need a sound check. Mm-hmm. I'd like to be that confident at 13 years old. Mm-hmm. And it showed. I mean, she did great once we got the sound balanced in. But it took a little bit, The song was half over before we really dialed in. But it was great, and we certainly appreciate the work from the schools. And we've had like 1,500 people watch the Lincoln Academy graduation.
Fantastic.
That's fantastic numbers. Yeah. And we continue to work hard at that. We got a few things to tell you about, though. We've got the Damascotta Town meeting on Saturday morning. Tomorrow night, Friday night, we're filming a flag ceremony at the American Legion Hall. Okay. And they're going to have the Boy Scouts and the Cub Scouts there. Yep. I'm not sure what it's all about, but we're going to film that. We'll put together a show there somehow. Mm-hmm. Talk about that. And hopefully, Bob, we'll catch up breath with it.
It's all community.
It's all community. Yeah, it makes LCTV go. And don't forget, we had a business after hours last night at the Chamber. Yep. That went very well at the First National. Many thanks to First National Banks for that. And as you're watching this, I know it's at 7 o'clock at night, but this morning, today, we are going to Miles Hospital, Haven and myself, and we are going to film a cataract operation. We're going to be right in the operating, needles in the eyeballs, and whatever they do. I'm a little bit on the queasy side. Haven's even more queasy than I am.
Bring a bag with you.
I said, well, make sure you got an extra recovery bed there because I might need one. But we'll let you know next week how that all goes.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Feller, right?
Dr. Feller, and we've got a show. We're doing this as part of a show. It's cooperation. The Bangor Savings has stepped up to help sponsor this program. It's called Doc Talks. And we're having both Dr. Fellers, the eye surgeon, and the hand surgeon are going to speak and talk about what goes into that. It's a two-part series. We're also going to have Dr. Hunnell and another gentleman down in Booth Bay talking about nutrition and things of that nature. Yep. So that's going to be coming up in July. Yep. The shows we have it right here. But this is part of the filming. So we're kind of excited but kind of apprehensive too, Bob.
Yep.
So, yeah.
It's just endless, the subjects that are out there. It's a matter of getting involved in different aspects of the town, and the hospital is definitely a major part of our community.
Certainly is.
And the YMCA, and everybody's stepping in.
Everybody's stepping in. Yeah, we got a show coming up a little later. I was talking to Sally Poole, Director of Operations down there, and they're doing a thing, the backpacks for the kids.
Correct.
And that's in with conjunction with the Rotary Legs Club and the chamber, the Y is involved in that. And they give away hundreds of backpacks.
Yes, they
and these
do.
backpacks are filled with pencils and paper and notebooks.
It's not just now, it's been going on for years.
It's been going on. It just keeps getting bigger.
Yeah.
Because our buddy Janie Gravel got involved in it, and when she grabs hold of something, she shakes the living bejesus out of it. And it's, but anyway.
So we got a character of the county this week is a woman by the name of Erin Bean. She's the head of the chief of the Wisconsin Ambulance Service. Grew up in Brunswick, graduated Brunswick High School. Her first job, I guess, was over in Pownell, and she volunteered, Durham actually, and she volunteered over there, and she got hooked. She got hooked on being an EMT.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and she's tried a couple of things. She tried being a hairdresser.
Yeah.
She tried being a nurse, and it wasn't a good fit.
Yep.
And, so...
funny. I guess the major story here is the RS40 school board. They repealed the transgender student policy, which is, boy, I'll tell you, it sounds like, I was saying to Larry off camera, I've never heard of a meeting of any kind going to 1 o'clock in the morning.
1:30.
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning. Can you imagine?
100 people.
Molly Raines. I wonder if she was the reporter there. All I can say is thank God I wasn't there to film.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't imagine.
You know, and what I'm getting out of this is basically they're going back to the old policy, and which was constituted by the state, I believe, and they've basically put it on hold. They want to write a new policy. You know, first of all, it's very complicated, and second of all, I mean, why a school and a student and the parents, to me, should all know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know. I think what's happening is, when a child is scared to tell the truth to the parents, they confide in the school people, and the school people, don't confide in the parents, and it just gets to be a mess, which we found out at Great Salt Bay School.
We did.
And she was at the meeting.
And she was there.
April Levine.
Yeah.
She was there.
She was there. So.
And
so I think I have to correct the Lincoln County News here. All articles passed the Wiscasset Town Meeting. One article didn't pass. That was funding for LCTV.
oh, okay.
I mean, now was there an article? We put a request in that never got acknowledged. So.
Didn't even get brought up.
Didn't even get brought up. Didn't even get a chance to talk to the budget committee about it.
Don't they realize we do shows in
I don't know if they realize it or not, Bobby. I'm not qualified to speak on that. But I do know that for the fourth year in a row, we've requested to speak to the budget committee and the selectmen, and they didn't recognize us. So thank you very much. There.
Who's that, Mr. Simmons?
That would be the town manager would be Mr. Simmons, but it's not his responsibility. It's the budget committee that is stonewalled
all right.
every time. So
the
selectmen.
And Dresden has approved they don't want any quarries over there.
Nope, doesn't sound like it.
Yeah,
But it was really close. 1 vote difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, there was
And there's our man, Mr. Eli Melanson, talking about his film, Getting Along.
Yep.
I wanted to see it, and I was busy both nights.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I was reminded of it.
I just couldn't. I had commitment both nights. We filmed one night and Monday night.
It's basically a film about. It's called Getting Along, and it's a film about what it's like to be in high school these days. And I'm sure it's.
And one of the guys behind the camera, CJ Savastano, is coming to work here as an intern.
Perfect.
So hopefully he starts next week.
Perfect.
So that's going to be cool.
And Somerville's got, Town of Somerville has been they've been in a quarrel with Consolidated Communications about who's responsible for putting up the utility poles. And
I always find this interesting when it's going in the utilities' favor.
Yeah.
It's all well and good. It's kind of like politics today.
Yeah.
But they control the poles. They control the lines. It's not the town's responsibility.
Right.
They just pay the town for the public right of way.
Right.
And they don't want to do that, Bobby. Now they want the town to put the wires on the pole. They just want to be able to send the transmission through. It's crazy.
Yep.
It's crazy. So good for the town of Somerville.
Yeah, town of Somerville, they pursued that issue, and the Consolidated Communications is going to be putting the poles in, and they're going to be paying for it, and hopefully the town will be getting fiber optic.
And the other part of this, it's not like Consolidated Consumer Communications. They multi-million-dollar a year profit, year after year after year.
Yeah.
And so it's not like they can't afford it.
Yeah.
They just don't want them. So next week you have it early stuff. The paper.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday's a holiday, June 19th, which I think is crazy.
Yeah. Juneteenth.
Juneteenth. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even know what it's for.
I don't either.
Yeah. That's how it shows you how famous a holiday it is.
Yeah.
The Damascotta, they passed their they validated the $1.73 million secondary education budget.
Yep.
Newcastle's got a $1.8 million budget. So they're going to evaluate their $3.43 million budget and zoning, and they're going to talk about zoning, and they're talking. I think they're talking about affordable housing a little more than Damascotta, but Damascotta's talking about it too. So
Yeah. And some new selectman, Ben Fry, got reelected.
Yes.
He rejoins the Newcastle School Select Board,
right,
And Karen
Paz.
Patch, she won. And in Damascotta, Tom Anderson.
Bill Brewer, Tom Anderson ran unopposed, and Tom's a selectman. Bill's on the sanitary district board with me, and does a very good job. And Great Salt Bay students are going over there to Twin Village Food Bank. They're going to plant a few peppers, I don't know, 400. I don't know, maybe more. But
See, the Grand Marshal's going to be Tim Hodgson.
Yeah.
Or down at Booth Bahaba next week.
Yeah.
Windjammer Day. It's supposed to be hot. It's going to be a good week for it. It's supposed to be hot.
Wiscasset's got a couple new businesses coming into town. They got a garage door company.
That's probably needed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
PDQ is about the only one that does it
Yeah,
around here.
I mean-
They ain't cheap.
Yeah, and they're, everybody, let's face it, 90% of the garage doors now are electric.
Yep.
And that's mechanical. And once that breaks, I'm in the doghouse, so with that. But anyway, the other pizza is a Liberty Pizza, and that's
Where's that one
now?
gonna
Well, 393 Gardner Road, which is Route 27.
Where would that be on the...
393. Maybe it's up by one of those breakfast places up on the
maybe.
left.
Maybe.
So Tammy's or something.
Yeah, it could be. Huh.
Nice picture of our friend Cindy Wade.
Ah, her and her sister.
Yeah, people don't realize that Chrissy Wadger, C.J. Wadger's wife, they live over there in Sheepscot Village, and Chrissy and C.J. run a daycare, and they take care of a lot of my friends' kids.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they have quite a nice setup over there. So
Well,
anyway.
if there's anything going on up there to that Sheepscot Community Church, those two are involved.
Oh yeah, yeah, and so anyway, and their mother and their grandmother, I think, the grandmother probably started the bean supper.
Yeah.
And the girls are
I haven't been
carrying
to a
on
bean supper in a long time. I love bean
they're
supper.
carrying on the tradition. That'll be this Saturday, Larry.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. I'll have to see what the
5 to 7.
the higher power has to say about that.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Wiscasset's education budget was $10.5 million.
Yeah. Yeah. Donald Valley class of 2024. Nice picture of them all there.
Yeah, but how about RSU 40? Although they got a lot of turmoil going on, they did elect a couple of newcomers.
Yeah.
Leah Ships and this Benjamin Stickney. Neither of them have any to do with politics at all in their life, and so they're going to go on.
And Ships won by a write-in campaign.
Yes. Yeah. Huh. Going to have a discussion on public health and journalism in Maine. That's going to be at the Skinonfa Library.
They did a nice job in that story about John Gatcomb.
Yeah.
Becca Cooney did there.
Yeah.
Do you know John? I've known
I
John
do
forever.
know John.
Yeah, nice guy.
Yep.
Long-time shop teacher up to Madowick Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got a summer reading for kids at the Bremen Library. It's a Chickadee Club for elementary age children. Huh.
And nice editorial. I thought Jonathan Riley did a nice job with that.
Well, it's nice. We have one father, and when you love your father, it's very special.
It's
especially
super good stuff.
Yeah, it's
I always laugh, and I'm sure probably you can relate. As I got older, my father got smarter.
Yeah.
I was pretty sure when I was 17, 18 years old, my father wasn't very smart. But by the time I was 30, he'd learned a lot in the last 10, 12 years.
Yeah,
and by the time I was 40 or so, he was bordering on Einstein smart. A family question, I had a young family then by that time and whatnot, kids growing up, and I miss him every day, every single day.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that John Riley Jr.'s father, John Riley Sr., is a very accomplished cartoonist.
He's a cartoonist, musician,
yep, and he's
banker.
Yep, and he's so anyway, he's got this picture in here of a bunch of snowmen with hockey sticks, and also a nice article here on Wanderwood, telling you about Matt Silverman and Kelsey Gibbs.
He's built boardwalks down around there.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I have to go down and check that out.
Yep. He's got They do have a farmer's market there, folks. Like,
do they have a farmer's market down there?
Yeah, I think it's like on a Wednesday or something.
Huh.
And of course, we got the parking lot issue going on.
Boy, that is an issue. That's going to be talked about. It's going to be talked about at the town meeting Saturday, which LCTV will film to the town's webpage, I believe is where it's going to go. But you can call the station if you have any question on that. I'll call the town office, they can tell you too. But I believe it's going to the Damariscotta website. And then they're going to have also something's going on next week too about the comprehensive plan talked about. So that parking lot thing is just a beehive of problems.
Yep.
And what do you think about it, Bobby?
Well, I think they got to think about. I mean, they're eliminating 100 parking spots
For the summer.
We got a parking problem anyway.
Anyway.
So to get rid of 100 parking spots
For 50% of the retail season.
Yeah, I think.
Unfortunately, it's come, and now it's like a lot of things in life. When it comes right down to it, then everybody gets panicked. They've been talking about this for 5 years.
Right.
And people could have talked about this a year ago.
And
or 2 years.
it sounds like, from the quotes that Darrell Frazier is making and other selectmen are making, it sounds like they're not budging.
They're not budging. Doesn't sound like it.
Yeah,
Well, and I think their hands are tied a little bit because of the contractor.
Yeah.
They put it out to bid. They bid it to a contractor who now they change. The contractor can come back with legal and all kinds of stuff like that.
Well, and they also can come back with, I'm busy.
Yeah.
This is the cost now.
Yeah, well, I bid this based on this particular time, and,
Correct.
and there's all kinds of,
Yeah.
What's
What's going? This school reorganization here. They got a Great Salt Bay Reorganization Planning Committee. They want to reorganize Great Salt Bay Consolidated School District, and the school committees are talking about. They're talking about the Great Salt Bay School Committee, the Bremen School Committee, and the Damariscotta School Committee, and the Newcastle School Committee into one governing body. So we're going to be looking at that down the road, and I think they're going to have. They're probably going to have an easy time of it just merging. But anyway, the Lincoln Theater. They're going to show a movie. It's called Exhibition on Screen, My National Gallery, and it's about one of the most famous art museums in the world. It's over in London, and so they're going to be able to show a movie about it. And so anyway, we got a little action. Clark's Cove Farm there. I'll tell you what. our boys, the Boneheads, with the Rolling Stones.
They were
there.
rocking, weren't they?
Jeff Robbins. I tell you, there was Larry was there. He was shaking it up, and I was tending bar. But I'll tell you, there was about 90 people there. I think 70 were dancing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It was a great show, and I thought Josh Robbins was. I've seen him do that show probably 4 or 5 times at least.
Yeah.
I thought he was outstanding, and the band behind him was just one of those nights they were really into it. And Stevie Jones was driving the bus that night.
Yeah.
I mean, he had them tight. There was one song right after another.
Yeah, and the songs, the Rolling Stones songs, their choice.
One hit right after another.
Their choice of music, their choice of songs was just
Nate
unbelievable.
Schrock sat in. It was a big plus on the rhythm guitar. And and Stevie played the lead with long Scotty Elliott.
Then July 5th, he's got a Grateful Dead. They got a Grateful Dead cover band coming in from Lewiston.
Oh, on the 5th?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And he's showing fireworks, folks. So, I mean,
that'd be a big
it's
time.
all free. Donations, you know.
Donations, yeah. Got to have the donations, and you got to register, too. Got to register for that.
Yep.
You can't just show up.
On the Clarksco Farm website.
Yeah.
Boat shop, the Carpenter's Boat Shop, they're taking their apprentices and they're putting them on a sailing boat and they're sailing out to Matinicus Island. They're going to do some work on the Matinicus Island one-room schoolhouse.
That will be quite a boat ride because Matinicus is like right out in the middle of the ocean.
Correct.
It's not like
22 miles in the rough sea.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, it's if you think going to Higgins a long ride, go to Matinicus is even further.
Yeah. Anyway, Calvin's got that building, that is at the top of the First National Bank parking lot, I believe. And he's talking about the Rafter family.
And that building, here's some more. Whoop, just dropped my glasses. Here's some more stuff LCTV's doing. We're partnering with Lincoln Academy.
Yep.
Don Kerrigan's going to host it, and we're going to do a story about the Lincoln Academy bell, which is a Cooper bell. I think that's what it was.
Yep.
And that building right there, the firehouse, also has a Cooper bell.
Right. And Calvin Dodge's wife was
Margaret?
a Cooper?
No, she was a Cooper, but different Coopers.
Different Cooper, okay.
Yeah, different Coopers.
Nova Historical Society, they had a potluck dinner up there, and Jody Batchelder is talking about her book is Here First, Samoset and the Wawanock of Pemaquid, Maine. And that's being held up. That was already held, actually. It was up at the June 1st. It was up at the North Noblesboro Community Center. And it's a pretty cool place.
Yeah.
And we got Studio B, Executive Director Peter Brunn. He had a talk down at the Peace Gallery about, it's called 19 Towns and 19 Stories. It's about people who have been affected with addiction, and he's putting together a book, and he's going to have 19 stories from 19 different towns.
Yeah, good stuff.
Lydia Crafts.
She's going for term number 3.
Yes.
She does a great job. A lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to know Lydia pretty well over the last 3 or 4 years, and she just does a phenomenal job. And we've had some really intimate conversations about politics and the backroom dealings and how dirty nasty it is. It's really eye-opening.
Over there in Waldoboro, Abden Simmons, he won re-election, and we got a newcomer in the scene, Rebecca Stevens.
Yeah.
And she's on the select board now. And so anyway, we got a couple of very talented women who are going to be playing over at the Waldo Theater in June. Kathleen Edwards, she's going to play June 23rd. And Alyssa Amador, which is a very talented girl, she's going to play June 29th. And
Somerville, the budget went down almost 4%.
Woo.
That's got to be the only town, certainly around here, where the budget decraced.
Maybe
everybody else has got
maybe
8, 9, 10%.
Maybe it had to do with those telephone poles.
Maybe. Yeah, that's good for them. Good for them. Bobby, you noticed how traffic, you said you went to Lewiston yesterday. A lot of traffic?
Yep.
Man, I couldn't believe how I had to go to Brunswick.
And a lot of construction.
Oh, plenty of construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a story. I got these crazy jobs that I have to do in my life, but one of them is making a run up to Orland, Maine to get blueberries.
Oh, yeah?
I go to a blueberry company,
Sure, I know where it
and
is
I
up
buy
there.
10-pound boxes,
Yep.
and right on Route 15, heading down to Deer Isle.
Yep.
And so anyway, I was on 220, and they were putting in fiber optic telephone poles every 3 miles on 220, all the way up to Route 3. So talk about depressing.
Oh, yeah.
You get by. They hold the traffic up. It's one lane,
Yeah.
and you finally get by it. 2 miles later, there's another truck.
Yeah. The big Smith truck overturned up there in Jefferson.
Yeah.
That would hold up traffic, too.
Well, we lost a good friend. Harry Cabot passed away.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, but now that I think back, he was one of the pioneers in brewing beer.
Yeah, brewing beer,
He was one of the first ones that said he was going to make his own beer and sell it. And anyway, yeah. Did it say the name of the company for the?
No.
No.
No,
Okay.
it didn't. No, it didn't. I was looking who Ferriello's cement truck tipped over.
Oh, it
Took
was
3
Ferriello.
wreckers.
Okay.
Took 3 wreckers, so it had to be loaded. 3 wreckers to write that thing
Oh
out.
my God.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody got a free driveway. Let's see. So it's nice. South Bristol, that school, they're continuing the boat launch. They build that boat at the Maritime Museum,
Yeah.
and they launch the boat. And every year, it's just so exciting for these kids to get in to this boat that they built.
Yeah.
And
You talk about a boat launch, Bobby. Went down to Pete Cass's Johns Bay boat Saturday. They launched a several $1 million pleasure yacht down there. It is a Rembrandt of boat building.
no kidding. Where's it going? Where's its home? Where's it going?
Westport. It's going to Westport, Mass.
Okay.
And the guy, Richard Armstrong's name was, just a pleasure to talk to. He gave me a whole tour. We did the video work. Don's going to make a story out of it for Channel 6.
wow.
But we just had a blast.
Yeah,
what a beautiful
one of the
boat.
last wooden boat guys left.
And probably one of the last ones he builds. I mean, he's still building, but I mean, Pete's 70 years old.
Yes, he is.
So,
South Bristol, talking about South Bristol, they have hired a new principal.
I know Lori Stiles well.
Yeah, she's very accomplished, very well liked.
Yeah.
And,
Just had a boy, Tucker, graduate from high school.
Yep. And he was a basketball player, right?
Basketball, baseball, soccer.
Yep.
He was a very competitive, very talented athlete, good kid.
Now, the Rutherford Library down there in South Bristol, they have free yoga classes. Emily Hammond, she's going to lead the class, and you have to register, but it's free. 38 seconds. What do we got for sports?
Oh, just I think the big highlight is Mahomet girls got beat in the semifinals, and we had fourth place. The kid from Waldeboro there, the runner.
Yep.
The long jumper there.
Yep.
And it's over for most of the kids. Graduations are here. About done it, Bobby. We only got through one section this week, folks. We had a lot going on, and so that's it for Wuzzup this week. We enjoy the warm weather coming up. Have a good time. He's Bobby Whear, the mayor of the Mills. Haven behind the camera. Haven Simmons. TV Toby wants to say goodbye. Larry Sidelinger. Have a good time, folks. We'll see you later. Chase Tree and Tractor Service with 25 years of experience in tree removal. Serving the Midcoast of Maine, licensed and insured Maine arborist. Whether it's a pesky blowdown or a hard-to-get tree that needs removal. When you need an experienced professional, Jake Chase is the man for the job. Call 207-242-8961 or email him at chasetreeandtractorservice.jc@gmail.com.